What's up, guys? So today I've got just a few random parts I got for this yellow bike. Got this stem. It's GT Elevated. I like this stem. I think this is CNC'd. Real sharp lines. Looks good. So we're going to put that on. And check this out. This pad set, this yellow, it's not this yellow. But this yellow is this yellow. And I just bought an extra set because they were $10 right now on GT's website, and they're the right color, so we're going to put those on. And I think I got one of the last sets of these dice valve caps. I got these from Australia. They had 2 in stock when I ordered these, so I assume there's no more. And I guess, like I said, they're not making these anymore, so I'm going to put these on. Alright, so the stem is pretty straightforward, but I'll show you guys that haven't done it before. Where the hell I put my tool? It's not how I usually do it, but it worked. So this stem should lift the handlebars up, from what I can tell, by about 1 inch. And I think it's going to push it out just a little bit, but not really sure on that. I tried to measure it. I don't really care, I guess. I mostly just like the way it looks. And since my wife really hasn't ridden this bike, I put a piece of tape around her seat post and marked it, and put another seat post I had in there. And I'm gonna ride this thing a little bit, at least until she notices and tells me to cut it out. So we'll use this again. So we loosened these two. This just slips off. That's pretty nice. So this Black Ops is pretty much identical to what's on a Big Ripper. Kind of give you a little comparison. This one's actually slightly larger, or wider, just barely. And looks like it's a little bit shorter there. All right, so the idea is we want this to be recessed just a little bit in there. Not like that. See, that's not what we want. So we're gonna take out a spacer, try it again. Oh, totally backwards. My bad. I need to add a spacer, which means I need to go to the toolbox. Alright, it's cool because we just kind of organized all this stuff. It doesn't look I have just a single black spacer, which doesn't matter, but I think it's nice not to see so many little lines, so I'll probably order one spacer once I get that sorted out. That's kind of ugly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, once you get that on there, and that's probably a little more recessed than I'd like. So, see if I can find one that's half height or some combination. I've got that. Let's see what's up. That's good. Yeah, that should be pretty cool. So the idea is this center section that's attached to the fork, you need that to pull up when this pulls down to keep everything riding on these bearings nicely. You don't really have to crank this down. It's really just to get the slack out of everything, and then these two bolts here are what will hold this on, you know, securely, so your handlebars don't come off while you're riding down the road. I usually try to get this pretty straight, you know what I mean? Straight with the front wheel there, so I don't have to come back and do it again. It feels pretty good. So usually you can kind of feel if there's a little sloppage in there, and if there is, retighten it, check it again. And that's pretty much how to put on your stem. Let's see how this guy looks. Felt like it could have been a little higher, the handlebars. Maybe I'm just getting used to what I've done on some of the others, but I think I've ridden it more than my wife lately, so I'm just going to go ahead and make an executive decision that this should happen, if nothing else, because I like this stem and the way it looks. That's nice. So sometimes I get some help. Kind of nice if you have an extra set of hands, make sure things don't go flying, but you can totally do this by yourself. So can you guys see what's going on? You want to kind of make sure the knurling is centered. And you want to tighten these up kind of evenly, so this gap, you know, is the same in the front and the back. Now this isn't really working. That's a 6. And this little tiny one is really what I want, not those big fancy ones. Let's see, I think right about here is going to be good. Stand back and take a look. Yeah, I think that's about where we want it. Let's see, making sure it's centered. I guess it could be a little better. That's good. So once these are sort of, once these are sort of all snug, I'll usually go across, kind of tighten up. That's good. Make sure these are straight, since I sort of screwed it up. And once you're happy with that, tighten these guys down. You can kind of go back and forth with this, because you tighten one and it helps the other one snug down, but you don't want to over tighten it. I'd say that's probably pretty good. And of course you can use a torque wrench. Make it nice and pretty. Yeah, I haven't been recording much because there's been just construction, and I've wanted to have the light in here, and so I hope it's not too annoying. All right, let's check it out. That's a nice stem. So it's not too different from all the others, but I mean, when you see it in person, you can tell the way it's manufactured is different, and I like it. All right, so let's get some pads on this guy. I think I'll just leave the foam. Right? What? Why didn't that come with it? Oh, unless, I'll tell you what though. This is absolutely lighter weight than this. And I've noticed that on the one I got for Robert's bike. It seems like it's heavier duty. There. Yeah, a little more you know there. But yeah, I'm less ticked off that that we did not get this color in the box than I am happy that we found it. Because that's cool. $10.50. That's way better. I got some more brake housing too. I might extend that. These are always such a pain in the butt the first time. Oh, there we go. That's good. All right. I'd say that is better. Yeah, I kind of have to work that out. That's pretty good though. That's pretty good. I don't know if you guys can tell how much those reflect. I think you can. Let me see if I can get in the shadow a little bit. No. All right. The last yellow dice caps on Earth. I'm sure there's others, but I couldn't find them. And these were cool, but I think these are going to be way better. Yeah, what do we think about that? That's better, huh? Oh yes. Look at what we get excited about. All right. Get the other one on, and that is going to call it a day here for this. I do have a new crank for this. It's same style. It doesn't have the pinch bolts. It's 5 millimeters longer. After changing it out on my 24-inch, like I think I just don't want 170s anymore. Which is kind of annoying because that's what I've got on my mountain bike. All right, that's cool. It's not this yellow, but it's next to that yellow that works. Yeah, obviously the pads that were supposed to come on this bike. All right, turns out I did have an extra spacer, although it is going to take the big one and this little one here. But that's better than that, right? Right. That's better. All right, guys. Have a good one. See you next time.